Hi guys, I hope you're doing fantastic today. You probably can't hear me. Okay, sorry about that. Hi guys, welcome to Murder, She Wrote. I was very excited to find this on Big Fish Games. Naturally I have to buy it, because I've only ever seen a few episodes, but I enjoyed it. To begin your first of 5 cases, click on the first book to start your investigation as Jessica Fletcher. Okay. So, a deadly catch is our first one. We're going to play on relaxed mode.
Good morning, Jim.
Morning, Jessica. What can I do for you?
Well, my publisher and his wife are coming to visit, and I'd like them to experience an authentic Maine lobster dinner.
I'm kinda short on lobsters at the moment, it being early and all. I'll have more by the end of the day, once the fleet's back in.
Oh, dear. They'll be here by then.
Tell you what, Peter Hammond's boat is still tied up at the dock. Why don't you go talk to him? Maybe he'll be able to sell you some straight off the boat.
Good idea. Thanks, Jim. Peter? Oh, no, Peter!
So this is how you found him, Mrs. F?
Yes, exactly like this.
What do you think, Doc?
As to what stabbed him, I have no idea. It's a very strange-looking wound. Some sort of tube, perhaps. I should think that a wound like that should have resulted in a lot more blood.
Meaning?
Meaning that Peter may have been killed elsewhere and brought back here.
Any idea on time of death?
Hard to be sure. Sometime during the overnight hours.
We better have a look around to see what else we can find.
Alright, click on the highlighted location on the map to travel to that site. Select notes to review the progress of your investigation so far. Alright, I do apologize for the music. It's kind of loud no matter what. Use the list of clues on the left and click on those items when you find them in the scene. Items in blue require an extra step to come visible and cannot be found yet. The A, E, I, O, U, and Y keys are Jessica's typewriter hidden in each scene. Click on the A typewriter key in the scene to fill in that letter in the search list. Okay. I, O, U, E, Y. Okay, so this is kind of interesting, actually. Tweezers. Corkscrew. Certain items can be picked up to perform tasks. Notice how uncorked bottle is flashing in the search list? Click the bottle with the corkscrew you picked up to remove the cork. Okay. I can't reach the paper with my fingers. I'll need something small that I can use to grab it. Awesome. Okay, flippers, anchor. I'm just gonna click on everything, to be honest. Now that you put out the tweezers, you can use them on the bottle to retrieve paper. Look, you pull out the paper from the bottle. The past due notice item on the search list is no longer blue, meaning you can collect it. Looks like Peter was having a tough time keeping up with his loan payments for this boat. I wonder who he owed money to. Jessica's typewriter ribbon is hidden in each scene. Okay, so if we get that, it will recharge our hints right away. It's kind of cool. Overalls. These coveralls must belong to Peter's nephew, Billy Hammond. Oh, here we go. Scene complete.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm afraid I have some bad news for you, Billy. Your uncle was murdered last night.
What?
I'm afraid it's true.
Oh, man.
The lobster pound is always the nerve center of the fishing community. We should talk to Jim Price and ask him if he knew about any tensions between Peter and the other lobstermen. And in the meantime, I better call my publisher to postpone his visit.
Yeah, you do that, Jessica.
Hey there, Jim. Do you know if anyone had any disagreements with Peter Hammond?
First person who comes to mind would be Andy Winters.
He wasn't on friendly terms with Peter?
More like unfriendly terms. In fact, they were downright hostile to each other.
Know where we can find him?
Sure, he's got a boat with the buoy and his colors mounted on top of the wheelhouse. I forget the name, but he left a picture of it around here somewhere.
Oh shit. It scared the shit out of me. Okay, so I can't keep on clicking on everything. I don't think that's sanitary to have a bunch of clowns lying around. Which one is Andy's boat? I can't remember, but you'll be able to tell by his buoys. Let me find the list of what I know about the local buoys. That's a weird word. The Magic Conch Shell. Shipwell. Paper towels. Dustpan. There's the mop. Flashlight. What's a buoy? Is this a buoy? No, seriously, what the fuck is a buoy? Read the clues and swap positions of the nameplates to match the buoys with their owners. Joe and David's buoys are longer than the others. Frank and Drew's buoys have 3 colors. Joel and Frank's buoys share exactly 1 color in common. Frank and Drew's buoys do not contain red. Okay, so Frank and Drew have 3 colors. Frank. Oh no, man, this is gonna be complicated. Okay. Frank. Okay, that's got 3 colors. Frank and Drew have 3 colors. Joe and Frank's buoy share exactly 1 color in common. Where's Joe? Joe and Frank. Okay, so that can't be it. Oh wait, maybe it can. Anything about Joe? Longer than the others. Frank and Drew's buoys do not contain red. Okay, those 2 are good to go, maybe. Andy's buoys have one of David's colors. Okay, I got 1 correct. Okay, okay, that's good to go then. Okay, Peter and David's buoy do not contain green. Okay, Joe and Frank's. Okay, so David. What else do I know about David? Okay, no, that was right. Maybe I can swap out with Peter? No, that was wrong. Okay, Andy's buoy has one of David's colors. Awesome! Based on this information, Andy has a boat with a red and blue buoy.
According to the photo, we're looking for a boat named My Turn, with a red and blue buoy on it.
I think I recognize the dock. It's not far from here.
Hi, Sheriff. Jessica. What's all the excitement over on Peter's boat?
Peter was murdered sometime last night, Andy.
Her fucking face is hilarious.
Yeah, and word has it that you and Peter were not exactly friends.
I wouldn't say it was any different than for other fishermen. Mostly name-calling. I'm pretty sure Peter was cutting my traps.
Did getting even with Peter involve killing him?
Absolutely not.
Then you won't mind telling me where you were last night.
I was at the Harborside Tavern all evening.
Yeah? Can anyone there vouch for you?
Well, sure.
Had you noticed anything different about Peter? Had he been doing anything new recently?
Yeah, he weaseled his way into some sort of cushy research gig with the Marine Research Laboratory.
You make it sound as if earning some extra income is somehow cheating.
When the rest of us are struggling to catch enough to earn a living, you can't blame us if we resented him, especially since Peter was having a better season than us.
Sounds bitter. Oh no, I forgot to get her ink ribbon. No. Okay, boom box, boom box. I have no idea where it's at. Oh, there it is. I thought that said fishing lube. I bet the searchlight would come in handy for fishing before the crack of dawn. Probably. I'm missing a letter, aren't I? Yep. I can't just pour the gas in. It'll spill everywhere. I should find a funnel. It kinda has a nozzle, so... no thank you. I don't want to use a hint just yet. Why do you have one of Peter's buoys? Well, the law of the sea demands that when lost gear is found floating free, you collect it and return it to its owner, no matter who lost it. My spoon is too big. Where the fuck is the fucking spoon? My spoon is too big. I can't find the fucking spoon. I'm gonna feel like a dumbass when I hit this. Yeah, told you.
Andy was a little vague about his alibi for last night.
And he seemed bent out of shape that Peter landed a gig with a marine research lab.
I agree, which is why that should be our next stop.
Sheriff, Mrs. Fletcher, come on in. I'm Greg Young. What can I do for you?
Were you aware that Peter Hammond was killed last night?
No, that's terrible. Was it an accident?
I'm afraid not. Peter was murdered.
The fucking facial expressions. Oh my god.
He was working for you, right?
Yes, he was. I'm working on a project researching the lobster population off the coast, and Peter was helping me gather data.
How did you connect with him?
I posted a flyer at the lobster pound, looking for a lobsterman willing to make detailed notes about the lobsters he was catching. Peter was the first one to answer the ad.
This is really filthy. What this laboratory needs is a woman's touch, and some soap and water. If you say so. A Rolodex? Really? Oh, fuck you. I really enjoy casual games, you guys. This is going to be my new hobby in life. Forget everything else. These are some weird-ass looking fish. Okay, what is the difference? I can't tell. They all look the same. Is it the scales? Is it... Which one is different? I don't fucking know. If you say so, okay. Oh, that one doesn't have its thingy. This buoy belonged to Peter, didn't it? Yes, part of my research involved attaching transmitters to buoys for tracking purposes. Since I was working with Peter, I borrowed some of his buoys. Okay, if you say so. Ah, okay, that was gonna help. These research findings show that we're having a very good season for lobster. That's interesting. To listen to the lobstermen, pickings have been very slim lately. I wonder why. Now, when they say arrow, what kind of arrow are they talking about? That kind, apparently. A Rolodex? Isn't that a watch or something? Right? It has to be a watch. I have no idea what that was.
I just got a call from the station.
What is it?
Billy Hammond says there's been a break-in on his uncle's boat. Okay, Billy, what happened here?
Some guy broke in here, was poking around the cabin. He took off when he heard me coming.
Do you have any idea who it was?
Nah, I only caught a glimpse of him as he ran off. But whoever it was, he smokes a pretty nasty cigar.
I think I know who did it. Girl, I love you, but can you stop that? I apologize if I'm not talking as much as I usually am. I'm just trying to fucking figure this shit out. A Dominican cigar. Looks like our intruder has some expensive taste. Okay, where the hell's the hammer? I just need the hammer. Give me the hammer. Give me the hammer. Am I completely stupid or am I overlooking the hammer? I always say this in like every fucking video. Where's the hammer? Help me hit. Bullshit. Oh. These matches weren't here before. They're from the Harborside Tavern, just up the road.
Let's head over to the Harborside Tavern and see if we can find someone who smokes Dominican cigars.
Good idea. While we're there, we can see if anyone remembers seeing Andy Winters there last night. Oh dear. Looks like this place has fallen on hard times.
It's the only place I know in Cabot Cove that sells Dominican cigars.
Let's ask around and see if anyone remembers Peter spending any time here.
This looks like an appraisal of the Cornelia. Peter must have given it to someone here for collateral on a loan. And Billy Hammond is listed as a beneficiary now that Peter is dead. A taco. Names, dates, and money amounts look like it's a list of loans. And Andy Winter's name was added onto it just last night. What can I do over here? Oh no, I hate matching games. No. God damn it. open. Oh, open sign. A cap. Now, it was always my dream as a kid to drink from a funnel. Like, I have no idea why. I just wanted to do it so badly. I swear to God, I fucking hate bullshit like this. Okay.
There's someone smoking one of the Dominican cigars we found at the crime scene.
That's Mick Foley. I should have known. He's a notorious loan shark. Enjoying your Dominican cigar, Mr. Foley?
As a matter of fact, yeah.
Billy Hammond just surprised an intruder on his uncle's boat who smokes the same kind as you.
I'll save you some trouble, Sheriff. I was on the Cornelia about an hour ago.
What were you doing there?
Looking for something to collect on the loan I made to Peter a few months ago. And since Peter wasn't very good at keeping up with the payments alive, he sure ain't gonna keep up with him dead.
Defaulting on a big loan might be considered a motive for murder.
Not for me. Peter was worth more to me alive, as long as he didn't retire.
Was he ready for retirement?
Nah, but his nephew Billy couldn't wait to get his hands on the Cornelia. He was always trying to convince Peter to retire instead of taking out loans to keep the business going.
Do you know why Peter fell behind on his payments?
He said the lobsters weren't biting, but I heard through the grapevine he had an ex-wife down in Florida that kept up in the alimony.
I see. So where were you last night?
Right here, working out the details of a loan with a customer.
Andy Winters, apparently, going by this contract I found. What do you think of the deal you offered him?
Sorry, I gotta protect my client's confidentiality. Now, if you'll excuse me.
So it would seem that Andy was telling the truth about his whereabouts last night.
I'm curious what he was planning to use the money for. Let's go talk with him on his boat first thing in the morning.